Hey folks, Good Guy Glenn here, and today is Saturday, September 6th, 2025. Just working on editing a video, having a problem with YouTube once again. You know, when I was on the road, I used to think it was a problem when I would try to upload these videos at like the pilot off of the free Wi-Fi because it would take forever. But even at home with my own Wi-Fi, sometimes if the video is a little bit longer, it takes forever to upload. I don't know, it varies day to day. Some days it takes like 9 minutes. This is 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it's been already uploading for over an hour. So I don't know why it's stalled out, but seems to be. Today, just for you, I've got on my Mickey Mouse 3/4 length sleeve shirt. That's right! Mickey Mouse just for you! I know some of you are big fans of Mickey Mouse, so that's why I wore this shirt. Got my Powerball ticket. Do you have your Powerball ticket? It's like $2 billion. So even if you win, after taxes, you get $1 billion if they take half of it in taxes. That's not too shabby. What would I do if I won Powerball? I think we've talked about it in the past. If I won Powerball, if I won Mega Millions, if I won the lottery, if I came into a lot of money, I don't think I would change much at all about my life. I think I would stay in this tiny little apartment. It's all I really need. I might buy a beach house. Something I've always wanted to do is have a beach house. I would help a lot of people. I would help my church. They need a new roof, a new sidewalk. The building needs a bunch of work. I would help out my local Elks Lodge where I belonged in Rutherford. I would like to help them. I would like to give a lot of money to charities. I would help my family, but I wouldn't want to like live in a huge house or buy Ferraris or anything like that. I'm not into that. Get myself a good pickup truck, maybe an old square body, something like that. I want it to be simple. I don't want something new. I don't like new pickup trucks. I don't like all the power, everything, all the touch screens, all the fancy. I don't like fancy. I don't want carpet. I want like what I used to have, an old truck with a vinyl floor that I could hose out when I'm dirty, when I get it dirty, an 8-foot bed, you know, because why have a pickup truck if you're not going to have an 8-foot bed? Sheetrock comes in 8-foot, you know, lumber comes 8 foot. Like, you need an 8-foot bed, not a 4-foot bed with basically a back seat and all this fancy. I don't need any of it. I don't need a big fancy house. I might buy a house. I don't know. It's all just conjecture anyway. But when we just left off, if you watched the last video, I went in on my day off to deliver a bucket up in northwest Jersey. And I was racing back so I could meet up with my daughter to go to Social Security, because somewhere along the lines, Father of the Year over here lost her Social Security card. So, lo and behold, she's 19 years old. She needs her Social Security card. She's in the workforce. She's in college. So she applies online. She gets a date for yesterday at 1300 hours. I run around all morning doing what I have to do. I get done at noon at the yard there. Rush down to pick her up, bring her to Social Security. We get there in time, and the nonsense begins. We register that we're there. We get our number, sort of like the deli counter at the store, and we wait. And we wait. And then we get called. And we do our initial intake, and the woman in there asks us what we're there for. We tell her. She asks us if we have an appointment. Angelina shows her her phone that we had an appointment, and they said, we don't have you in our system. Really? We're not in your system, but we have this notification. Well, no, we don't have you in our system. Okay. Angelina They ask Angelina if she has her ID. She shows her school ID, her birth certificate. Roger that. Go wait in the front. Someone will call you. Okay. We wait. We get called again. We go in the back. As we're walking up to the window, mind you, you're in it. It's not like it used to be. Like now you talk to someone through like bulletproof glass. Like, you know, ever since the pandy, they have like the screens, the big glass partitions, plexiglass. And this woman is all masked up. Yeah, it's 2025. Masked up by herself in her cubicle behind plexiglass. Okay. We sit down. She says, you don't have an appointment. Angelina shows her the thing, says, yeah, no, we had an appointment. I don't know why it's not showing up. And they're like, well, it's not in our system. And she just turns like really sideways on us, you know? And Angelina's like, well, I have my, they're like, well, did you fill out an application? And she goes, yeah, that's how I got my appointment. Well, was it more than 45 days? And Angelina's like, I don't know. Well, if it's more than 45 days, it's not good anymore. You have to fill out a new one. Go back to the waiting room and there's blank applications in the back. Okay. So we go. She fills out the application and there's a QR code in the corner of the ticket. She hits the QR code. It takes you to a website. She fills out the form again online and then it says, oh, you're registered, good to go. All you have to do is show your ID, which we already did twice. Now, during this time, people are coming in. They don't speak any English. They're new. They're new arrivals to this country, we shall just say. They're getting their ticket, they're getting seen, and they're leaving happier than happy, collecting benefits at Social Security. This video isn't about that. I just wanted to point that out as an aside. I love me some orange soda, just so you know. So where were we? Now things are getting a little bit crazy. Father of the Year over here starts getting a little bit antsy because I took off of work so we could go do this, and now they're giving us the runaround. And I think I may have said things and acted kind of inappropriately toward my daughter that she should have been more on the ball with this. But then, like, you know what? I realized that I've dealt with this all my life, and it wasn't her fault. But alas, I get ahead of myself. We sit there. My daughter starts getting very antsy. So she goes up to talk to the security guard. And the security guard says, oh, they're just gonna tell you to come back. You should get a new ticket so you go back to the front of the queue. You could explain things to them and they're just gonna give you a new appointment and you're gonna have to come back. So she goes and does this. And we sit and we wait. We wait for hours, right? Now they're gonna close soon. But they call our original number. And we go back and we go to the window. The woman just looks at Angelina's ID, prints out a form, clicks a couple things on the computer, says, you're all done. You'll get your new Social Security card in the mail in 1 to 2 business weeks. And I go, that's it? And she goes, yep, that's it. Thank you. Have a great weekend. We're there all day. Now, folks, here's the question. We saw 3 people. 3. Why couldn't someone, the first 2, at least the second one, she knew the situation. She knew that Lena had her ID. She knew all she needed was one form that had a couple of questions on it. It wasn't like she was applying for a mortgage. It was one pamphlet, which she did online anyway. Which she did online initially to get the appointment that they said we didn't have. Why couldn't you say, oh, you know what? This does happen. People have appointments, but they don't register in our system. Let's see what I can do to help you out. You know, customer service. Folks, these people who work these government jobs, whether they're DMV, unemployment, you know, social services, social security, these government jobs, these people would never make it in the private sector. They would never make it in a place where they have to be accountable for customer service or their actions. So when you cry about Elon Musk and Doge auditing these institutions, eliminating some of these jobs, there was 25 windows at this place, all with a worker. And they were only calling like 4 numbers every 30 minutes. It seems like if window 25 took someone, they wouldn't call someone back to window 25 for like 2 hours. What are you doing back there? These jobs could be filled by people who really want a job. These jobs could be held by someone who really needs a job and wants to do the job. I don't feel bad at all for what Elon did with Doge. I think you're all any of you who are against any of that, you're into government waste, you're into our taxpayers getting, our tax dollars getting wasted, good for you, dude. But I don't think it was necessary at all for us to sit there all day. Missed a day of work. Well, I worked half a day. Not really too shabby. I worked in the morning. Some people miss a day of work. Some people, a day of work is like a big deal to a lot of people in today's America, when we're all living paycheck to paycheck. You could take a sick day if you have a sick day, or a personal day if you have a paid personal day, but a lot of us don't. And this idea that if you don't get seen today because you didn't click a box online. Oh, and let's talk about that. They told her to go on to her Social Security account, log in through the website. The website asks her to use ID Me to get into her account, which needs ID, state ID. Now, she needs state ID. She doesn't have a driver's license. How do you get a state ID? What are some of the things you need to get a state ID? Your Social Security card. So I need my Social Security card to get a state ID. In order to get my new Social Security card, I need a state ID. You see the hypocrisy here? Round and round she goes. Anyway, that's over. It's done. I don't have to deal with that anymore. She got her Social Security card. We went and got Dunkin' Donuts. Then we went out to eat. We had a very good night. And that's that. So that's the state of things. We pay money for government services that don't want to help us when we need them. And I didn't ask to get a Social Security card. My daughter didn't ask for Social Security. We just need the card because even though it was once said to us that the Social Security number would not be used as an identifying marker, that is exactly what it is today. And that's what they use it for, to keep track of you, keep tabs on you, your credit score. Coming soon, your social credit score. That's what they're doing. You can say that they're not, but that's where we're heading, folks. But anyway, everything got worked out due to the grace of God. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so when I drop another video, you get a notification. Remember what I always tell you. Say your prayers. Take your vitamins. Eat a Greek yogurt and a banana every single day. It's good for you. Do your pre-trip. It might save your life. And once again, this is Good Guy Glenn. Thanks for watching. See you real soon!